Hello everyone, we are painting something from my imagination at 6:30 in the morning. I hope it turns out like I had envisioned, but we will see, I guess. So I'm hoping that this is going to be a quick tutorial. I've sketched out a bench here using pencil just to make it easier for myself down the line. And what I'm gonna do is, I know this is tinted green, but that's because I did a poor job of rinsing my brush. But I am just applying, you want to apply water. And we'll say, just apply this water. Maybe we should do the whole thing. Or I'll do like rough borders because I just didn't feel like taping this. So already this is not what I had envisioned, but I'm hoping for the best. I'm trying to do this quickly because it's my last tutorial for the day. Last tutorial for November. Well, I don't know if it'll be like in that order, but I want to play a board game, okay? And it depends how quickly I can finish this painting. So once you have that covered, you're gonna take greens and blues and like different colors if you want, and you're gonna apply to the bottom and flick them upwards. So let's take this green, so we'll have some of that green coming up, and then maybe some blues as well in the mix. And I'm going to, oh my gosh, oh dear. I'm tilting this downwards so that that pigment can run down the page. But this is already not turning out how I wanted it to. I can't even see my bench anymore. So I'm keeping it tilted downwards as I'm painting on more pigment. And I want that pigment to like drop down and spread out and kind of look like a pine tree as it goes downwards. That was not intentional. So, well, that looks the way it looks. We'll say that. This is not how I wanted it to look, but we're gonna roll with this. So it might turn out looking okay. Let's let this dry. We'll come back, see what we can do. Okay, so this is mostly dry. I think the corners are still a little bit wet, but I'm gonna work with it. So I'm taking a green and I'm going to paint some more detailed pines. So I can still see it's a little bit wet, but they'll do. If anything, they'll just fade in and make everything look nicer. So I've done so many tutorials on how to paint pine trees. So I'm not going to go into the individual techniques in this video. You can find all those tutorials on my channel. I even have a Skillshare class that goes over 8 different techniques, which techniques that I don't even have covered, some of which on this channel. So go check out that class if you're interested. I have a link in my description for a free trial. So you have to develop your own pine tree painting technique. Obviously you can use different ones and learn from videos and stuff, but I change my technique up often, and so sometimes I don't even know what it's gonna look like when I start painting it, kind of like right now. I'm taking a little bit of blue and adding it to my green because some conifers have like this blue tone, and I don't know the name of them. Spruce, maybe? Somebody tell me if you're a botanist or a tree expert. Educate me. So we are 8 minutes in, not doing too bad, not doing too bad. Got 30 minutes left, which I think is doable because we did our due diligence by painting this background, which kind of set like a nice color for our background. Okay, and I do want to paint some behind this bench. I even kind of want to have a mix of both deciduous trees and conifers, but I'm nervous to switch it up because I'm liking how this is looking right now. Sometimes I overdo it and, in my opinion, ruin a painting. So I'm trying to be mindful of this bench and not paint over it. So I'm like painting kind of in between. The bottom should be pretty faded out anyway. Maybe another more green one. Right beside it. Okay, so this is coming together a lot nicer than I thought it would. But yeah, I'm still debating whether to add like a deciduous branch somewhere. But we can always do that at the end. Let's paint the bench first, just to set the tone, set the mood. So my bench is going to be brown with black. So it's a nice oak, maybe? Is that the color? So, sorry, I don't know if I said this already because I kind of got distracted in my own thoughts, but you can totally trace out an image, like a silhouette of a bench from the internet. It would probably be a lot easier. Or you can even go mixed media and just print out a silhouette and literally cut it out and glue it on your painting. It's a lot easier, faster, probably nicer looking than what I'm painting here, because I'm kind of going quickly, so I'm not taking the time to really do this as nicely as I typically would. I just want to make these gaps between the planks a little bit smaller, because I don't think they're naturally that far apart. I'm surprised that I can even still see the pencil lines underneath all the paint. Probably should not have gone in that order because now my planks are a little messed up for this middle section, but that's okay. We're going for the abstract look. Oh man, even my battery on my filming setup is at 10%, so all signs are pointing to finishing painting for the day. So I really gotta hurry it up. I have to still put legs on my bench. Which I cannot see. Okay. Okay, so I'm realizing now that this bench basically looks like it's floating. Because I painted these pine trees lower than the bench. So that was not really wise on my part. How can we rectify that? With snow. That's how we're going to rectify that. So I am going to take, where is my stuff? Okay, I'm taking white acrylic paint. And we are going to add snow. And we're going to hope snow fixes everything. So we'll put some snow over the top of this bench. So there was no snow in my dream or in my vision that I had in the morning of this painting. But this is improv. This is what you do when things are not looking too interesting for you. And there's gonna be snow built up there, there. Okay, see, it's already looking a little better. It still looks like this bench is floating, but we'll fix that. See, snow was not in the picture at first, so now we have to add snow everywhere. Otherwise, it will not make sense why there's snow on the bench and under the bench, but the trees have no snow. So just adding it sporadically to the branches of my trees. So yeah, you can add this snow. I wouldn't go too crazy because sometimes it ends up not looking very good when you add too much to evergreens. I know because I've done it. Okay, so we also have to make look like snow is falling, obviously, because otherwise this won't make any sense. So I'm just taking my white acrylic paint, I'm watering it down. I think I watered it down too much. And we're gonna tap it against another brush and sprinkle snow onto our scene here. Make it look nice and wintry. Just taking a little more on my brush. Okay, this is not working out how I wanted it to. So I'm gonna use maybe a smaller brush. Nah, it's doing the same thing. Okay, I will manually apply the snow since it's not cooperating with me. Does it look less like it's floating now? You guys tell me. Gotta add some like snow drifts on the bottom so that looks a little bit more natural. Okay, so you know what? That does not look as bad, half bad. That took 25 minutes and that was just straight from my 6:30 in the morning brain. So I have to acknowledge when I'm proud of myself because I often bash my abilities in my tutorials, and this is one of those times where I am quite happy with how it turned out. So what I might do is like cut off the corners or the edges to make them a little more straight looking so it looks a little more polished. But I think that is not too bad for just coming up with this. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Let me know what you think in the comments. Be sure to hit like if you enjoyed it, subscribe, and I will see you in the next tutorial.